Finally, BLU has made the most affordable Pro phone on the planet. In this video, I will provide unboxing and full review for the BLU View 5 Pro. This is Variety Stick 2. Make sure to subscribe, encourage me, give me that thumbs up, and without any further ado, let's find out. Now, the View 5 Pro available to buy through a prepaid carrier such as TracFone, Straight Talk, or by Verizon, Simple Mobile for very affordable price. I was able to get the phone from Walmart and the phone cost me only $59. And also, let's take a quick look on the main specification, and let me start with the display. We have 6.7-inch display, kind of large, IPS LCD with resolution 720p. The amount of PPI is going to be 260, and the phone has high refresh rate up to 90 Hz. The operating system will be Android 14. Normally you guys expect pure stock Android with most of the BLU phone. For the hardware, we have MediaTek chipset Helio G36. This chipset considered a low budget chipset, doesn't offer high performance. Since we have a Pro phone, so the processor doesn't seem like it's promising. The phone has 64 GB of internal storage. For a $60 phone, I would say that's decent. And the phone has 4 GB of RAM, and you can add SD card up to 128 GB. Now for the camera, on the back we have 3 cameras, 50 megapixel wide with iOS, autofocus, and portrait, which is something nice to see, 2 megapixel macro, and 5 megapixel ultra wide. And that seems to me the camera is promising, but you have to watch the video because I will provide samples and I will give you more details information about the camera performance. The battery, it's going to be 5050 milliamp. Very good size for the battery, and the phone comes with a charger, and the charging speed will be 10 watt, which is very decent and reasonable, especially if we take the price under consideration. Also, this Pro phone doesn't offer fingerprint scanner. The phone is not 5G, only works on the LTE, and the phone doesn't offer military grade. That means the phone is not water repellent or water resistance or waterproof. Now the unboxing and my first impression, as you guys see, the phone is branded by Straight Talk, but you can still buy the phone through Simple Mobile, Tor by Verizon, and TracFone, Safe Link, I believe, and Family Mobile, any of the TracFone brands. You're going to see the logo and the color, the theme on the box, in addition to the look of the phone with some of the main specifications. So let me go ahead, open this typical box that we normally see from Straight Talk, and we're going to have a box. Inside we have a box with a lid on the top, and first we're going to see the phone. Let me go ahead and try to take the phone out. Here we go. So this is the device. It feels large in the hands, and the phone has rounded edges, which is something nice. The phone won't bother you. Also, the phone has some textures on the back. This will give you a nicer grip, and the phone is not going to slip out of your hands. We have a power, volume up and down key, a screen protector. We remove this, and we have a C to charge the phone, microphone, SIM tray. The phone doesn't have eSIM, by the way, and another microphone, headphone jack. And here is going to be the camera. So we have 3 camera and 1 on the front. Overall, the phone doesn't look premium, but for certain point is acceptable. So let me set this on the side and just look to see what else comes in the box. As expected, this will be for the IMEI number information when you activate the device, and we have instruction guides, warranty, SIM ejector tool, and USB A to C to charge the phone, and a 10 watt of charger, which is some nice addition to see a charger on very affordable phone like the View 5 Pro. Now let me come back to the phone itself. We're going to turn on the phone and we're going to spend some time check the performance of the operating system, the camera, the battery, the display, and we give you more details and information, so stay tuned.
2,000 years later.
Now, after spending a little while with the phone, let me kick off with the design, build, construction. Any budget phone, you guys not gonna expect any premium build of the phone, so the phone is made out of plastic. But as I said in the beginning, the phone has that textures and the look. I'm not a big fan, to be honest with you, from the way the phone look from the back. On the front, very typical look, similar to a previous Samsung phone we have seen. We have camera notch here, and by the way, in this phone, you can always remove this notch if you just go to the settings. Something I want to just pay your attention if you don't like the camera notch, and then go to the display, and you should be able to find option on the bottom for the notch, so you can just put default or hide notch, and this area is going to be on the black. If the camera notch bothers you, then you can fix it. Now, in this phone in particular, I don't have much complaint, but as expected from any budget phone, the phone is cheaply made. The look of the phone also seems like cheap. Even the BLU 5 looks a lot better and more modern look than the Pro, which is weird from Blue to do this to the Pro variant. Now, for the display, I have to say that the phone exceeded my expectation in certain points and disappointed me in some other points. The angle of view is great on the phone. The brightness level is decent, which is didn't expect that because the regular 5 has terrible brightness level, which is something good. But I'm very disappointed with the amount of the refresh rate. It feels like 90 Hz. It should be nice and smooth. I never got this feeling. You feel the phone is laggy, as you guys can see. So the phone never give you the feeling of the 90 Hz refresh rate due to the low performance of the hardware, not because the display is terrible on this device, which is we're gonna explain more about the hardware and the performance on this video. For the operating system, the phone loaded on the meantime with the latest operating system, which is Android 14. And honestly, I don't have any problem with the operating system. That's because the phone uses stock Android. Except that the phone is loaded with games and applications. I believe more than half of the people they don't want. I believe this is not a big deal because you can remove these applications that came pre-installed because it takes a lot from the storage. Now, my main complaint about the operating system that this phone is not capable to go with Android 14. I would say if the Blue go with the 13, it would be more light to the hardware and the phone will perform well. That because I've seen a lot of lags and so much issues with the operating system, not due to the operating system itself, due to the low performance for the hardware. Now, for the hardware performance, I have a problem with the Blue. Going to a Pro phone, name the phone Pro, and using MediaTek Helio G36 is not acceptable. That because the processor doesn't reflect the Pro specs. The phone is laggy, as I said, doesn't handle the operating system. The camera also lags due to the low performance of the processor. Unfortunately, the phone didn't provide good performance, and you're gonna see lags in most of the time. Now, for someone expect to pay this much on the phone, not gonna expect high processor or performance. My problem that the phone is named a Pro. You should be able to play video games 3D such as Need for Speed on low graphics. To certain points going to be playable. Now, if you want to download Facebook and social media applications, I believe the phone should be able to handle, but you're not going to enjoy the performance. Now, for the battery and the performance, I was very satisfied. 5050 milliamp, very reasonable size for the battery. In addition to this, the phone has 10 watt of charging. It comes with the charger. You will expect the phone will charge from 0% to 100% within 2 hours and a half, which is very standard with these budget devices, and the phone will give you 14 hours screen on time. So I do not have any complaint about the battery, and I believe Blue did good job in the battery department. Last but not least will be the camera. And speaking of the camera, on paper we have 50 megapixel, 2 megapixel, 5 ultra, macro, wide, iOS, autofocus. So everything seems like on the paper this camera should be very nice camera. On the real life, the camera was very disappointing. I was not able to take picture under low light situation. All these pictures came up with noise and a lot of issues, and you barely see anything. I tried to use a flash and everything came up with a blue filter. I was not able to see anything because the blue filter shows everything. The flash in the phone has big issue, and believe BLU, they must work on it to get it done. Other than that, the phone take 2 optical zoom, which is reasonable. During the day when you have enough light, I would say the phone will take a crisp picture. The front-facing camera surprised me and exceeded my expectation. It has portrait and it does a great job. I don't have complaint about the 8 megapixel on the front, but the back camera is absolutely terrible. And if you're looking for the good experience for the camera, absolutely this is not the phone you have to buy. Now I know BLU View 5 Pro is still affordable device. I have a problem naming the phone Pro, and the phone doesn't offer the Pro specs. I would highly recommend to go, if you are on a budget looking for a cheap phone, go with the regular 5, not with the Pro, because the phone offers similar specs for this device. This is just my opinion. Let me know, what do you think? You own this phone, you planning to buy? Leave this in the comment below. Always you can encourage me, give me that thumbs up. Thank you so much everyone for watching. As always, we will talk to you in another video.